But okay,
Brown water is the theme.
brown water. Yep. And
Speaking of brown water,
we just had a whole bunch of spicy food, and these two are getting a little antsy. Oh, crap! I don't have the microphone. Okay, audio on. Hopefully now. All right. So here we are. We know what to do at this point.
Yep.
Must you be so difficult, sir? Can't I have anything nice? One of these lovely men and women at home.
Who's going to take me to the hospital if I fall backwards? Because you know I'm not getting out of this without a broken bone or two at my advanced age.
Not it. I guess Rick's doing it.
Not it. You can drive yourself.
Okay.
All right. Left to right. And we'll hopefully deduce a theme at some point.
Not likely, but it's with me anyway. Whew, stunned my nose a little bit. Is this high proof? Or...
Grassy. A little leathery.
I can smell it for more than half a second before my nose starts to stink.
You get any orange on there?
Yeah.
Maybe a little honey,
peel.
tobacco.
Yeah, now I'm definitely getting that boozy note that Rick was talking about.
Oh, palate's a lot different than the nose. It's like really sweet.
Yeah.
But in a weird way. It's not like honey or caramel. It's like...
Wow, that is really sweet up front. And then there's a little break, like on the bridge, and then there's a very fumy finish.
Yeah.
Without fail. Someday. Ooh, I just got a big... I'm going to jump on this before Cody for once. Wintergreen.
Like a vitamin E sweet taste. Yeah, Flintstone vitamin sweetness, kind of.
Okay.
Like not like a not like a caramel or like a fruit sweetness, but like a fake sweetness, like like fake sugar sweetness. And then
I have a little bit of golden apple.
Fumes. This one's a lot of ethanol.
Yeah, that finish is unfortunate that it's so fumy. Although maybe we'll adjust to it over time, but I agree. And there's a little bit of a golden apple, crisp kind of note in there somewhere as well. I want to point out, it's not bad. I think I like it. But yeah, it's like starts off really sweet. A lot of it to me is like kind of spearminty. Then honey and apple a little bit.
A little bit of a wintergreen at the end. It just finishes with vapor. It's hot.
Yeah, that's hot. Like, I've had worse, but you can tell it's just not quite balanced, right? I don't think. Any thoughts, Rick? Do you like this one?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Just like, man, it just like really hits you and
hits you in your cockles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll come back to ranking that. Let's go to 2.
Ooh, like dark fruit and leather, maybe.
Oh, this is definitely different. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on dark fruit because I smell raisin. Huh. Raisin. I want to go like honeycomb.
Are you guys getting any like
corn syrup?
Yeah, I don't know if it's corn syrup or like brown sugar or something.
I get like raisin and gingerbread, maybe.
I could join you on the brown sugar, Rick. You got like just a light dusting, like it's the principal food is something else, and they just put a little dusting of brown sugar on top there.
Like gingerbread, cinnamon, sugar, fine.
It's like cookies and stuff.
So there's one less thing that has goddamn brown sugar sprinkled on goddamn top of it. God damn it!
Cookies and stuff, muffins, all sorts of things have brown sugar sprinkled on top.
You sprinkle brown sugar on top of your butt.
It's not what my butt's for. My butt ain't for sprinkling things on.
You don't know that. You can title the video
Tensions rising.
No.
Group splintering. Boy, this doesn't taste at all like it smells.
It's kind of definitely a lot less hot.
Yeah.
Hey, kind of like
smoother and
honey, maybe.
Yeah, I don't feel like dying after taking the sip.
Small % chance of knowing what that is.
There's a little bit of berry in here.
I just got like a lot of like honey graham crackery. I don't think I get much fruit off of it.
I get a little in the middle, but it's almost like in something infused, something that has like jelly, like a donut with some sort of blackberry jelly in it. So it's like you kind of taste it in the middle of everything else.
It's a little drying on the end. I can maybe see that. Fruit, maybe, but it's barely. I mostly get just like honey and like leathery, graham crackery kind of something. Not a whole lot of evolution, but I like what's there. Got a good mouthfeel.
Smooth. It doesn't seem to be overbearing with proof. I want to say there's a little bit of orange in there too.
What's the finish?
Finish kind of doesn't go anywhere, but it doesn't fume out like the other one, which is probably a good,
Good for me.
Maybe getting like a bit of like, probably not very minimal if I do, but I was thinking like maybe a little bubblegum note on the finish, but barely, if at all.
So how would you describe that? If you were to add all the flavors together, bubble gum and
It's like you licked, it's like you had a saddle
mm-hmm.
and you squirted a little honey on it, and then you crushed up a graham cracker on top of that, and then you came by anyway, and then somebody was chewing bubble gum like over there. That's like they already got most of the flavor out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. On to 3. 3 me.
And then Adrian got up off the floor and the brown sugar, the excess brown sugar fell off his ass onto the carpet.
Someone get this brown sugar off my ass. It keeps putting it there.
Almost.
Oh, back to proof.
Smells like rye a little bit. Smells high rye, if nothing else. Smell a little dill, I think. Eucalyptus.
Homemade bread a little bit.
You know what the teacher always said? There's no stupid questions.
Just stupid people.
Yeah. I taste it.
I actually smell. I haven't gone to tasting yet like he is, but I do smell a little bit of charcoal. I want to mention that. Okay.
Definitely that eucalyptus dill.
Oh yeah, there's definitely dill here. Oh wow. Oof. Yeah, that hangs on too. Grassy, a little spicy. It's like wet rye right off the stalk.
Make sure to put fences around your crops so people don't run around after a rainstorm and lick the rye stalks again.
And they don't run around and put brown sugar on them. Yeah. There's some brown sugar bandit going around town.
That's come from your ass.
They wouldn't do that, yeah.
Oh man, that really heats the sides of my tongue for a long time. That one.
They get a little bit of honey too.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
I could get the honey.
It's like a cross between the last one and like a regular rye almost. It's definitely more bourbony, but it's got strong rye whiskey characteristics there. Like on the initial palate, front of the palate, I do get like the honey and maybe a little caramel-y kind of things that I had going on, like leather and honey, like I had with the prior one. But then it evolves into the effervescent dill and like
especially towards
eucalyptus
the end,
or
a little piney as well, and like just a little bit for me, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of a little pine sol going on here, a little pine sol party.
Theme for these drinks is pine sol.
Yeah.
These are all kitchen cleaning products, you guys. I thought you would have said something before.
I've been
now.
poisoned.
Stop drinking them
on camera. Moving on to number 4.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's like a weird frosting note or something.
Richard.
Sorry, excuse me.
It's got like
Your manners.
It's like a Like a really musty, wet oak with like icing kind of smell. It's got like a vanilla, like a really sweet vanilla, but like a really musty kind of smell too.
A little bit of like kind of a bitter chocolate smell. A little bit of rye spice. I say like sourdough bread or something like that. It's so far I would say this is the most unusual smelling of the four. I poured way too much.
Yeah, I can get the bread, sourdough, whatever. Bread and rye.
The sweet bread, rye, musty.
Yeah, it's musty.
Wet oak.
It's doer.
Bottoms up.
Tastes pretty much like it smells.
Another kind of fumy finish.
It burns the tongue.
You're killing me, Adrian. Killing me over here.
You're killing me, not so smalls.
Biggs. Killing me, Biggs. Still tasting a little bit of rye. Get a little pepperiness on this one.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Like black pepper, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
Oh, God. I gotta find more damn public domain pictures. You bastard. Dude.
It's like you took cupcake. It's not
is
one of those...
there or is there not brown sugar sprinkled on it?
No.
Okay.
No, we used all that on your ass.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a cupcake. It's a semi-sweet vanilla cupcake. Not much frosting. It's not real sweet. Instead of sprinkles, there's some black pepper cracked on top, and the wrapper is not a regular wrapper.
It's not.
It's an oak wrapper that's looks more like a Reese's cup kind of wrapping almost, because it's like wood, but it's like wet and kind of musty. So it's got kind of that flavor in the cupcake with the pepper on top.
Okay.
See? Because it's kind of...
Okay.
Do I get vanilla, though? Yeah, like...
Yeah, so that's what threw me with your description. First of all, was the first step, which was vanilla. I'm not really getting vanilla.
I don't get vanilla, but... It's more of like a cakey sort of... I don't know what that flavor is that you described as like sourdough, but I don't really...
There's a little bit of like... I don't know, like a little bit of a... It's like
not that sweet. There's just
sugar plums or something with like confectionery sugar put on top. But that's like as far as the sweetness goes for me. Then it goes a little bit like sweet rye, then kind of more spicy rye with the pepper, and then the fume out.
Yeah, like musty oak. I think there is a little.
Yeah, you're right on the musty part.
There's a little bit of like leather in the beginning, and then like a little like pepper and rye. And there's that other note that is like the thing that stands out to me as making it different, but I don't know what that flavor is.
Like towards the back end, or
pretty much throughout. It's kind of the main thing you smell. I think it's what you were describing as the sourdough. I don't know what I described it as, like cake, because it was kind of sweet or something to me more than like sour. But
it kind of reminds me, if you ever have those, what are those called at a restaurant? Where you get like flat sticks of bread and they have a bunch of seeds on them. It's like a flat bread, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but it's a little sweeter. Maybe put some confectionery sugar on top of it, and then lots of heat in the back, so put tons of pepper or something on the last bite. Any guess on the theme yet?
Spiciness at the end.
Spiciness at the end.
That's all.
I found 4 that are known for having spiciness at the end. And
high rye content, I guess. I don't know.
High proof, high rye.
Break time.
Everybody, repowder sugar your ass.
Boy,
Okay,
I need some more water.
Powder my ass. Powder my ass, boys.
We
Show up at the meeting without the brown sugar on my
You
ass.
should wipe your ass next time and it won't all get stuck.
These are my friends. These are my friends. I'm gonna go back left to right or start over.
Right to left.
Right to left.
Smells a little sweeter this time, I guess.
Maybe molasses. Or root beer.
More like brown sugar asses.
Sarsaparilla.
More like brown sugar asses.
Tasted sweeter to me. It was like
that was dangerously close to taking my eye out forever. God.
Rye and a lot of like sugar, powdered sugar or brown sugar.
I'm getting on this one now. I know I said this about a different one.
And then it gets really hot. And I'm like, oh, I can't taste anything anymore.
Yeah, and I'm now also tasting on this one a little spearmint.
Kind of described Knob Creek is this way, but like you put like the heavier spices in it, like cinnamon, but it didn't like dissolve. You drink it, and it's just kind of like a mud of spices, equating.
It is kind of drying, yeah, and then part of that is the ethanol heat.
Yeah.
Now, it's going back to 3 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This smells like chocolatey. Smelling it now.
Still smells kind of eucalyptusy to me, but not as much.
Just that'd be like if you had a bar of dark chocolate on the table and you just dumped a bunch of fall brown leaves on it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more green leaves, like tea leaves.
I mean green tea leaves.
There you go.
Really muted to me. It's there. Of course, I got the chocolate, but it's not like super sweet.
This one seems spicier.
Get a little leather.
Not quite as hot, but
a little leather and yeah, it's that sweet eucalyptus and rye, dill, middle pepper. Kind of hot finish.
kind of reminds me of like, you used to get like suckers at the bank, as a kid. Kind of reminds me of the whatever they were going for with the white sucker. It's like it kind of reminds me of that. The sweet aspect of this.
Well, I smelled that I picked up some like red hot cinnamon.
You get a little bit of a little bit of like white toast. It's like it's not as harsh as leather, but like that's the right direction. Some kind of like saddly type of
Raw
thought.
hide.
Sure, let's go with rawhide. I like that. We'll go with rawhide. Or
really like it.
This one's so much sweeter.
Smell
a lot more like cornmeal. A lot more like orange. You okay over there? It's almost like clementine.
It's good. To me, it tastes a lot like honey leather tobacco. There's not
for sure.
Not a lot like evolution or complex things going on, but I really enjoy all of those flavors quite a lot, and the mouth feels really good. So I enjoy it quite a bit. It feels less proofy than all the others for sure.
This seems by far the least proof. A little bit of cake, like honestly, like actual cake mix, I think is a fair tasting note here. Like a white cake that hasn't finished yet or something like that.
The first one smells a lot different now. I can't quite tell what it smells like. But
I can go with that.
like a vanilla cake, I think. I guess like a little bit of rye spice, but
yeah,
not a ton. Not as much as.
Ow! That's in my eye.
Ow! Adrian, this isn't eye wash.
It is kind of like a little coffee cakey, honestly.
A little bit.
He says a little bit. Like, no, not
That's
really.
That's as much validation as I get.
I'll give you.
Oh, with that taste, that is a rye bomb. Wintergreen that's not even sweet almost, and then like rye stalk and like straw, really grassy, and then it's spicy. Like the one of them I said was spicy. I think the other one was spicier. This one has a lot of spice, and then there's a ton of that heat that just like hugs the sides of your tongue.
A little bit of that wintergreen, and maybe like apple. I think I get
pine needles too.
I almost got a little bit of
really
like,
vegetal and leafy.
Like a little bit of that hint of that taste that I describe as meaty. So like maybe like a little bit of
which
like
God knows what you mean by that. Nobody's
like
ever figured it out.
Ham, Adrian, ham. Settle down.
Doesn't taste like ham.
No, but there's a little bit of like hint of like maybe like
ham
a papaya or something like very far off. But mostly you like kind of
you take a ham bone and you pour a little bit of wintergreen around it, wrap it like a candy cane, and then
I'm
shove
sure
it
that's
up
exactly
your ass.
what they did. I'm sure that's exactly what the people who made this did.
Gotta be-
let's throw some meat.
you gotta do something that sets you apart from the crowd,
Put
dude.
some raw cured meat in the middle of our barrel.
It'll emulsify. It's high alcohol. Settle down.
There's some
okay.
wintergreen right there.
I'm also getting kind of a. Are you getting a bit of a young note on this one, a little, Cody? Like it's high proof, but at the same time, like there's a little bit of that young flavor. I just noticed on that sip.
But we shall see. Yeah, and so I thought it was gonna be really easy with like one being my least favorite because it was just really hot the first time through. But going through again, it seems like maybe the most complex out of all of them. So I don't know anymore, and like it's like I might as well just start back from the beginning because I'm like well I didn't like one and I like two, and then I'm like oh, but I liked 3 more than 4, so this should be easy. And then you go back and do it again, they all taste differently, and then it's just like, oh well, now I don't even know anymore.
Cody, am I drinking more than you, or
he ate more than you too?
No, he poured like little thimbles.
Oh, interesting.
Oh wow,
he's got a thimble.
Because Adrian knew I was going to sit here.
Yeah,
you got it, man.
Starts off. I feel like the first half of it is really interesting and good, and then when the second half is like minty and just too hot. It is
sweet. I wish it was contained a little better.
It's like sweet and wintergreen and just hot.
I think if it was contained a little better, it would actually be like really noteworthy.
Feels to me like 4 is my least favorite. It's really drying, and we get like a couple notes.
Uh-oh, I just in this toilet.
Uh-oh.
You better come out and pound me.
Oh!
I think I picked up.
You're gonna eat thunder and crap.
Oh, now I smell it. Oh! I was just about to smell this. So, why does this bourbon smell like fart?
That'd be the first time one of my farts
I think
smelled.
so.
Yeah, for me, there isn't a clear winner here, or Cody, I know, is one who doesn't like the most. For me, I don't even think there's a clear loser for me.
Well, do you guys request any others? Come on.
Nope,
Okay.
go to town, bud.
I'm good.
You're becoming such a man, Ricky.
A man knows what he wants.
Give us your order, Rick.
2, 3, 1, 4.
That's the same as me. I picked 2 because it's not as complex as 1 or 3, I don't think. But I just really I love honey, and I love like when you get a leather note like on 1920 and it's got that. And I love honey, like I get that a lot in like my George Reech single barrel pick. It's a lot of honey, so I love honey, leather, and I said maybe tobacco, but maybe not even that. Those are the 2 primary things I get, and it's the finish isn't. It's okay. It's like good all around, but nothing like doesn't like wow you in any way. But I just love the profile that's there. Mouth feels really good. I will say that. 1, yeah. Wait, what was yours? 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3.
2, 3.
1.
Yeah, I wanted to pick 1. Like it's pretty much almost a 3-way tie between the first 3. I wanted to pick 1 because it's really, really interesting and good. But and you get like 3/4 of the way through, you swallowed it, and you're like, So I always and it just burns the out of you, and it's a little too much. Yeah. Like, and I wanted to kind of like excuse that as like, well, it's just a long finish, it's strong, but like, I think it's just maybe a little young and just a little too much ethanol. But 3 was close. It's not quite as complex, but it's more well-rounded and just pretty good all around. It kind of reminded me of 2 a little bit, but more like if you made 2 into more of a rye. It's definitely got more of the rye notes than 2. So that's me.
For me, 3, 1, 2, 4. 2 to me just couldn't compete with the higher proofs. 1, I was 90% of this video I was going to pick 1 as my favorite. 1 to me was like Cody said, it's very interesting, and unfortunately that last 10% where all I can taste now on 1 is how young it tastes. Like I don't know why that's all I'm tasting right now, but being it 1 started losing battles from that, and I almost still think I would pick 1, but I'm gonna go with 3.
It's really hard. It's just if you get rid of the burn, like 10% of the ethanol from it, it'd win for me.
Yeah, 1 is like
really,
right on the cusp of winning.
Really
I think
good.
by all of our standards.
Sweetness. It's got like just a bunch going on. It's really good. That's why I say they're all really close. I know I'm not huge on. I like a lot of rye in my bourbons, but I feel like a few of these might be actual just straight up ryes, which I don't enjoy as much. 2 is the clear one that doesn't have as much rye as the others to me.
Yeah,
which
you're
is
right.
maybe
I would
why
say
I
that
liked
2.
it more, but
My problem with 2 is I think it has a lot less of basically everything than the others, other than 4. I think it beats 4, but 2 is like sweeter. It's less.
To me, it's like
pronounced.
less complex. It's got like a lot less like evolution, but what's there is like really
What's there is
packaged really well, and it's got a good mouthfeel, and it's like what's there is really good. It's just not gonna like wow you with complexity.
I will say that one of you got the theme exactly right.
Spicy at the finish.
Rick guessed high proof, high rye.
I said high rye.
Well, yeah, you said high rye, but you didn't say high proof. Rick put on the high proof part. These are.
He didn't say anything about
these
rye.
are barrel strength ryes.
I am amazing.
He didn't shit about rye. He just said spicy and
high proof. You got. I will. It's in the video. I will show you the part where you said, you said high rye right after you. Rick said high.
He said high proof.
He said high proof,
spicy
high
at the
rye.
end. No,
he did. He said
spicy at the end.
He said spicy at the end later.
No.
Yes, he did.
Ricky, you bitch!
Cody.
I'll kill you.
Cody.
High rye content, I guess. I don't know.
High proof, high rye.
High rye content, I guess. I don't know. High proof, high rye.
High rye content, I guess. I don't know.
High proof, high rye.
Okay. All right. So let's see. What was last? 4. Okay. 4.
That was clearly
This
my
is
least
not
favorite.
one that. Yeah, I don't think even Cody is really that aware of. Is Buzzard's Roost, which is a cask strength, barrel strength rye. That was 57.15 alcohol. So I think we have a tie for first. If I give it, yeah, we have a tie for first. So we'll come back to 2 and 3. So number 1 would be.
That's
next.
just how close these were.
This is. I was right on. This is the Alberta Premium, Cody. Cask strength rye. It is 63.7. Is definitely the highest proof of these 4. It's limited edition. And
tone it down, man. That'd be a great bourbon.
yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no age statement
I
on.
do.
There is. It comes in a box that might have the age statement on it. It does not say on the bottle.
Maybe tone down to maybe 58.
Maybe the age is a little longer. It's like just like pour it in the barrel and then pour it out. What damn Canadians.
Okay.
Canucks.
We'll pick the one I picked first. Next.
Stupid moose herders.
Or wait.
Didn't
Okay.
taste like a
The
rye.
one you guys like the most is a barrel Fred Minnick pick cask strength rye, which is only 54.7. Definitely the lowest proof of the 4, aged 7 years.
It's quite a while
It's
for a rye.
surprising why I liked it.
The one I picked as my favorite is Redemption 10-year rye. Cody's bottle.
Yeah, see, and when I tried that, I got a lot more of the pine needle. That was the main thing I got on that one. I'm surprised, though. I think it was just because, like, I felt like that one was, like, the best, but the barrel tasted the least like a rye. So I think that's why I gravitated towards it.
Yeah.
3 tasted kind of like the most. Like, if you were to ask me, like, objectively which one was the best all around, I would have picked 3. Because 1 was just too hot. 2 was, like, it had the flavors that I liked, but wasn't that, like, interesting necessarily. But 3 had, like, it was interesting. It was a little more flavorful, had more going on, wasn't hot. I mean, you know, compared to 1. And it was, like, really well-rounded. Like, 4 was just a little too sweet in one note and just not. I think it was a clear step off from all the others, but Yeah, 3 was really good. And when having it on my own, it made me think of like what I would want in a rye, because like a lot of times they're like real wintergreeny. I didn't pick it out as much tonight, but it's more like what I would think of when I think of like if I didn't know much about alcohol. I'd be like, oh, it's a rye. Like it's like pine needles and like old school, like 1940s. Like give me a rye.
So like everyone, including us, give Fred Minnick crap for kind of being a brand before being a useful critic sometimes.
I get the pine needle.
But you know, credit where credit is due. Especially for being 10 points under proof or under a percent, really. That one had a strong showing today, I would say. You guys both picked it as your favorite. For me, it was... but like Cody said, for me, 1, 2, and 3 were all very close. And honestly, I really like 1. If this was just older, I think it would calm down, it would mellow, and it would probably be my clear favorite. But 3 was like the one still standing after I had to knock 1 down. So...
Yeah, like I said, I think it just like overall, it's like the best all around, you know? Like there's nothing... It's pretty complex. I like the flavors there. It's not too hot. It's got a good mouthfeel. Like it's got kind of everything. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it stood out. Like 1 stood out as like, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
2 was like, wow, this tastes like bourbon.
Yeah.
To me.
2 is the most bourbon of the 4.
And it had a good mouthfeel. 3 or 4 was like, oh, this is really sweet. 3 was just like, it like didn't stand out. It was just really well balanced and
kind of kind of a polymath,
good
jack of all trades.
Good mouthfeel, good proof. Just was pretty good.
Yes, Ricky.
But it didn't have
Buzzard's Roost.
But it didn't have like
More like Wizard's Toot. That's what I'm saying. Like
we're gonna name this video "Secrets that the Illuminati doesn't want you to know." And it's about brown sugar on your ass.
I've lost the plot, Cody.
What
can I say?
Read the brown sugar on your ass tea leaves.
you know what? I don't have a palate cleanser.
Oh boy. Okay. Administrative break here. You're getting tap water. Enjoy.
Warm tap water, Ricky.
No.
Enjoy.
Oh God!
This night just keeps getting worse.
The night from hell.
Adrian's the inverse of cinnamon powdered. What is it?
Powdered toast, man.
Yeah, powdered toast, man.
Brown sugar.
Powdered ass, man.
Ass face.
Instead of the brown sugar toast on his head, he'd just have a regular head, and your ass would have like eyes on each cheek. And it'd be sparkling.
I'm not gonna animate this, you guys. So
it's like you know.
Where do you think you're going? What, are you drunk?
No, I'm just The man passes a ball around Tom Brady. That practically makes him Tom Brady, okay?
His sons pass balls around him. Between their mouths. His balls. I didn't make that clear.
Give me a kiss.
You kiss no. It'll be fun finding outtakes for this one.
It's my flesh and blood, boys. I made that with my wife.